Last week's picture was kind of similar, except that was a windmill at dusk and there was a tree or something else in the photo. Here, it's just a windmill, and it's, I guess you could call it windmill in the afternoon, because that's when I took this. This is actually on the return trip through Kansas to Oklahoma. I took Highway 77, and 77 is a nice compromise. It's kind of it's not a main thoroughfare like an interstate where you can only get off on certain exits, but it's not a total backcountry paved or unpaved road either. It's a nice middle ground, and it's often divided, so you can go. You can get some nice distances with some pretty good speed limits. And as I was driving back, I didn't want to take too much time and stop and get photos like I did on the way to Nebraska. I wanted to get back to my family, but I saw this particular windmill coming up on the east side of the road, and I just couldn't resist. I had to get a photo of it. I parked and walked over, and I shot, again with my Fuji, I shot a couple different versions of this picture, some where you can see the fence receding into the back, and somewhere you can't. And I like this one mostly because the windmill itself is so prominent. And you've got, disclaimer, I don't know the anatomy of a windmill, but you've got the rotary blades that are nice, and it's a nice circular view of the rotary blades. And some of the pictures I took, I was at an angle, and the rotor, whatever it's called on top, the weather vanes were turned to the side, and so it didn't look as clear and impactful, I guess. It didn't have to me, this looks like your classic image of a windmill on a prairie, and that's what I really like about it. I had to bring up the exposure a little bit in post. I think I exposed for the sky and then brought up the shadows, and I haven't done any side-by-side tests, and I'm not going to, but I don't think the dynamic range in the Fuji is quite what I'm used to on my Nikon D750, but it's certainly plenty for any type of editing that you would likely find yourself in, like this situation here. So I did mess with the colors a little bit. I think I shot this natively in the classic chrome simulation, but thanks to RAW, you can adjust the colors however you want, or I could. So all in all, I'm really happy with this photo, but I'm also happy with the process because taking photos like this on a trip forces me to look around for things that I might not otherwise see. And there's no way I would have taken this photo had we been on the interstate, and had I not been seeking things around me for photo opportunities, I don't think I would have got this. So it's a fun exercise, and I also got this one printed off for my wife as a gift, just like the one from last week, because she likes windmills so much.